Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff to beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It'll show just the essentials so that you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. I won't talk about fighting specific enemies unless they're very difficult, but I will show you where to go and what to do. Today we're playing Megaman X for the Super Nintendo, which is sort of a shooty game based on an upgrade progression system. So this game's quite open-ended compared to its predecessors on the NES, so it's worth following a walkthrough here to make sure you can get 100% and don't miss anything, and that's what we'll be doing today. So let's start by talking about the controls. You can move left and right with left and right, you can jump with the B button and shoot with the Y button. If you hold down the shoot button, you're going to charge your shot, which will give you a stronger shot, just like that. So I'd recommend playing most of the game with the charge button held down and then just release it whenever you want to shoot at an enemy. So you've also got a wall jumping ability, so you'll notice I slide down the wall just like that. If you press jump while you're sliding off the wall, you'll be able to jump up it. We will have a dash ability later on when it's unlocked, that'll just be on your A button, but if you're playing on an emulator, I'd recommend binding that to one of your shoulder buttons. Speaking of shoulder buttons, you can cycle through your weapons with those, but we don't have any other weapons yet. When we do get more weapons, you'll be picking those based on the boss weaknesses. You've got different collectibles, you got the health here. If you see one of those bit in blue, that's a weapon ammo power up, so you can restore your weapons, and then you can pick up extra lives as well. So let's make a start through here. When you load into the game, you're going to be brought into this intro level. It's literally just run to the right and try and shoot all the enemies. You want to use wall jumps to get out of any gaps and charge your shot where possible. When you get towards the end of the stage, you're going to come across this mini boss thing with the cars. Just shoot out these cars. And then after that, we're going to come to the actual boss of this stage. Now this boss fight you're actually supposed to lose, so just keep getting hit and you'll get your health down to about 1. And then the cutscene will play out as per normal. Once you finish that intro level, you'll get a password and you're brought to the map screen. You want to pick Chill Penguin, which is that one at the top on the right there. Now the reason we're picking Chill Penguin is because this level has the booster upgrade, which will help us move a lot quicker. A little quick note about the bosses in this game, they all follow a damage system based on this chart here. It's like a very complex game of rock, paper, scissors. That first number there is how much damage you do with the normal shot, and then that second number is how much you do with the charged shot. So we won't have any strengths against Chill Penguin here yet because we've only got the normal buster, but you still have to do the first boss without any strengths whatsoever. Once you've beaten Chill Penguin, you want to sort of cycle through the bosses so that you're using whatever's super effective against that boss. So this game's a bit strange in the sense that it actually starts off hard and gets a bit easier as you go through. So we're going to go through this stage here and you're going to climb up this section. And then really importantly, this section here has the dash upgrade. So as I said, you might want to bind it to a shoulder button if you're playing on emulator. If not, that's sitting on A there. And that's going to let us move a lot quicker. I'll usually dash and jump out of it to retain the speed. Now it's important to note in this level there are some more upgrades in here that we can't get yet, so we'll do a backtrack to this level to pick those up later. At the end of each level you're going to find a boss room just like this, and this will be Chill Penguin here. So we only have the Mega Buster. I'd encourage you to charge up your shot and watch the colours of the dots around that so they go the correct colour, and then keep attacking Chill Penguin. Once you deal enough damage, you're going to have the level complete. We get Chill Penguin's weapon, the shotgun ice, and we're brought back to the map screen. You're going to be selecting that top one on the left. And this is Launch Octopus stage. So in this level, you're going to fight 2 of these mini bosses here, and then you're going to go up to this ship, ride that little whirlpool thing up, and shoot that glowy blue bit. That'll make the ship fall down underwater, eventually, and open up a new area for you. When you get in this area, you're going to beat this dragon boss, and that'll drop a power up. So this is one of those hidden power-ups, very easy to miss. but it's worth getting if you want 100% the game or if you want to just be a bit stronger. There we go. And then we're getting that hard upgrade, which will increase our maximum health. Once you get above ground, you're going to fight another very similar looking dragon boss, and then we'll head off to the boss room here. Now, we'll be fighting Launch Octopus on this table here. And it looks like we don't have the strength against Launch Octopus, unfortunately. So we're just going to be using that Mega Buster. Make sure you charge it up before each shot and get a few good hits in on it. Once we've beaten that stage, we're going to get Launch Octopus's weapon, the homing torpedo, and we'll get a password for the next stage. Now you want to go into this one down the bottom here, so the one that looks like a forest. Pretty early in this level we do have an upgrade, so I'll show you the whole thing up to there. Basically just want to climb that rock wall, and we got a little mini boss here. You just want to keep trying to hit it. This one's a bit tricky, but it's definitely worth doing this fight. Now we know you're at the end of the fight when he starts steaming, and you get this capsule here. So Dr. Light will tell you it reduces the damage you take by half, which is an absolutely brilliant upgrade. Even if nothing else, right at the start of the game you could get this upgrade, and you know, it would be a really good thing to have right at the start because you're taking less damage. We're just getting it now because we're in this level now anyway. You want to drop straight down this hole, and you want to kick off this wall, and that'll break those blocks. Then you want to get this health upgrade here. And we just head back out to the main bit of the level. When you get to the end of the level, we'll be fighting Sting Chameleon. He has a damage chart again, and unfortunately we don't have the strength against this. This route optimizes for less backtracking, but it does make the bosses a little bit harder. So we're just going to use the Mega Buster on this guy, and hopefully take him out pretty quickly. Alright, now that we've beaten Sting Chameleon, we're going to get the Chameleon Sting and a password. Next map you want to head to is on the left one here down the bottom, that's Storm Eagle stage. Again, we start this one off pretty quickly with an upgrade. So you want to get up on these platforms and then wait till it rises up quite a bit. You want to do a dash jump off there, so just dash and jump, you'll get this heart here. A bit later on in the level, you're going to come to this section with the rising and lowering platforms. Hit the enemy off that one and then ride them up to the left. That's going to get us our first sub-tank. So these can restore your health in a pinch, you just have to charge them up first. Once you get past this platforming section, you want to climb up this steel thing here, drop down, and you'll get to these. Now pretty much no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to break through unless you swap to the homing attack. Homing torpedo, fire a few of those, and you'll get through this bit. So we've got another upgrade in here. This is the head upgrade, and it allows you to break blocks above you. Just like that. Climb back up out of this area, and you're going to go to the right until you get to the boss. The boss is a bit of a weird one. It's actually on this ship here, and you fight it outside. Very cool stuff. Now let's have a look at our damage chart again. We're about to fight Storm Eagle, so we're going to swap to the Chameleon Sting in the menu. So the Chameleon Sting should just be sitting third down there. We're going to be using that. And you'll see once we have the boss's weakness, we're going to be defeating the boss very quickly. Just keep firing that at it, and you'll be done in no time. Now that we're starting to get more upgrades, it'll be a bit easier. Alright, with Storm Eagle done, we're going to get the Storm Tornado and a password. And then we'll be going into this stage up here on the right, up the top. This is our Flame Mammoth stage. Now after going right for a bit, you're going to drop down here. And then you'll see those blocks up there. We're going to very strategically headbutt off them. It's really tricky to do, but it's worth doing. So then you can get up here. And this capsule contains a part which will increase the capabilities of your X-Buster. So basically we can charge it up more. Basically, as soon as you got that X-Buster upgrade, you're going to come to this section here. You want to jump up and then to the left. And then come to this section to get our next sub-tank. Now you're going to use your foot upgrade to break those blocks just by wall jumping off them. After you come out from that upgrade section, you're going to go down onto the bottom floor of this section and get that hard upgrade, which will increase your maximum health. After heading right, we're going to get to the Flame Mammoth. So let's look at the damage chart. We do have the Storm Tornado, which is good. So I usually charge up the Mega Buster and get off one free shot at the start of the fight before swapping weapons. It's something you might want to consider if you're interested. So I'll get that shot off and then I'll swap to the Storm Tornado and then just keep firing that at him. And the fight should be done in no time. Alright, with Flame Mammoth done, we're going to get his weapon, which is the Fire Wave, and a password. We're going to head up back to Chill Penguin stage. Now you're going to play this stage pretty normally until you get to this inside section. Then when you come out, you're going to see this armor that you can ride in. Jump out of it there, and you get to this bit. You're going to use Flame Mammoth's weapon, the Fire Wave, on this little ice thing here. And then you'll get the hard upgrade. Once you got that, you can just pause exit out of the level by using that escape thing down the bottom right. And we're done in here. So next one we're going to is that one on the right down the bottom. Boomer Quanger. Now you're going to play this level normally until you get to this climbing section. Then you'll see a health upgrade up the top. There's lots of different ways to get the health upgrade here, but what we're going to do is use Shotgun Ice. You can beat this level, come back with Boomer Quanger's weapon and use that, but this will save as a revisit. So we'll do a fully charged shot there, which will create a platform, and then we're going to use that platform, do a little dash jump and get up to that heart. Keep climbing and you'll come into the boss room. We want to swap to Homing Torpedo for this boss. That's its weakness according to the damage chart. Fire off a few of those and you'll be done the fight in no time. And you can pretty much shoot them wherever you want because, as the name says, they home in on the enemy. Alright, with that level done, we'll get the Boomerang Cutter. And this can be used to hook items from a distance, really good. We're going to go to this bottom left stage. Spark Mandrill. Now the first item is basically at the start of this stage. So what we're going to do is go down this ladder. And then we're going to swap to Boomer Quanger's weapon. And we're going to hook that sub-tank. There we go. So you're going to play the level normally until you get to this section here. And then you'll see in pretty plain sight, there's going to be a health upgrade just up the top there. So do a little dash jump off the wall there and grab it. So when you wall kick, you can hit dash to get a little bit further. That'll help you get that item. So play through the rest of the level normally and you should get to the boss room. According to the damage chart, we do have the weapon, which is the weakness. That's Shotgun Ice. So swap yourself straight to Shotgun Ice. And then we should take out the boss pretty easily. You'll freeze it and then it'll unfreeze and take a lot of damage. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to get the weapon, the Electric Spark, password, and we're heading straight to that left stage up the top. This is Armored Armadillo. Now one piece of advice, if you're running short of lives, you can kill this big bat here, and that'll usually drop lives. Then you can leave screen and come back and it'll respawn for you. So you're going to get to that section where you're riding the cart, and then you're going to drop down this hole. The crusher will start, you want to wall jump above it and then get in behind it. You're going to find a lovely sub-tank in behind there. And then just progress on as normal. You can shoot and kill the crusher if you do enough damage. Alright, progress through normally and you will get to this red cart. You're going to ride it all the way here and drop down. You want to get in front of the crusher down here. So I hug the right wall there and get in front of it. The reason being, you want to be able to access this hard up here, and you can't do that if the crusher breaks the wall. So there's that little hard upgrade. Alright, so we're coming through this section here, which will sort of finish out the level. And this is where 100%ing this game gets really, really weird. But basically what you want to do when you get up here is jump off there and basically go up here, either like grab that health or whatever, but make sure you see this area. To be extra safe, I would go up onto this area. We're going to have to come back to this level 5 times, and then on the 5th time, after seeing this area each time, we get the upgrade we're looking for. But for now, you want to just go in and beat the boss. We're going to swap to E-Spark, because that's the weakness here. Now, E-Spark's really good because that'll break the armor on Armored Armadillo. Always a good thing. Alright, now as I said, this is where the game gets really weird. What we're going to get is something called the Hadouken power-up, and that's sort of a very secret power-up that you get for 100%ing the game. So the requirements are you've got to get 100% of all items and everything, and then come to Armored Armadillo stage 5 times and see that area we saw before. So we're going to get this cutscene sending us to the final level, but we're going to skip past that, go back up to Armored Armadillo and make our way through basically to the very end. Alright, so once you play through the level again, you're going to get to this section. Again, just jump up here. You only need to see this area, but just go up there to make 100% sure you've done it. Then go through back to the boss arena and you're going to get warped out of the level. Now, warping out of the level makes it so that you have to do the level again. If you want, you can die after you see that area, and that's a little bit quicker, but I decided to do this deathless. So anyway, you're going to do it again. And then again. And then again. But this time, there's a capsule here. So this is the Hadouken power-up. And basically what it does is it shoots off this really powerful beam, like that, the Hadouken, and that'll kill anything in one hit pretty much. So we're going to use it on all these endgame bosses. To use the attack, you have to roll the D-pad, so like down and then right really quickly, and then press the fire button. It takes a lot of getting used to. I think you have to like hold the right button a little bit, it's kind of weird. Anyway, we're going to go into the final stage now. Okay, now at this point you'll have 100% of the game, and you probably don't need to walk through anymore for this final level because it's just getting to the end and winning. I will show you some key moments though. So there's this boss here where you have to die against it intentionally, just like at the start of the game, and then it goes into another form here where you want to use the homing torpedo on it. Later on we're going to get this boss, again you want to use the homing torpedo on that one. And then we have the spider boss at the end, where I would just use a Hadouken. Remember, that's down left really quickly and then shoot. That'll kill it in one hit. Quick note about the Hadouken, it only works on full health. So if you take damage, too bad, you can't use it. Alright, when we beat this spider boss, we're going to get a password and then come into the second level of this end stage. So this is where we'll start seeing boss refights. So we're going to see Chill Penguin first here. I'd recommend Hadouken them if you have the health and if you're good enough with that move. If not, you just want to use their weaknesses according to the weakness chart here. So then we'll see Storm Eagle, same story. Use the weakness or the Hadouken. There we go. And then you'll come across this boss here. Now, this boss here, you want to swap to the Chameleon Sting and then just hit the eyes out and then hit the nose. This is actually probably one of the harder bosses in the game. Just stay up on that wall there and you should be pretty safe. Keep hitting all the bits and pieces. And there we go. Alright, so with that level 2 done, we're going to get a password and go into level 3 at the final stage. This one has a whole bunch of boss refights. You got this one, this one, and this one, and this one. You will refight all the bosses from the game. Then you come into this D-Rex boss. You can Hadouken this boss just by standing there and doing it. If not, I'd encourage you to use the boomerang cutter, since according to the damage chart, that's pretty good. Alright, so we'll get our last password, and then we're into this end stage here. Now, I'd encourage you to fill up your sub-tanks and use them from the pause menu if you have trouble. If you need to fill them up, then you can use these worms coming out of the wall here. That's really good. So, this boss has 3 phases, and then the damages are here. Try and Hadouken the first 2 if you can. Or if not, use Shotgun Ice on the first one, Electric Spark on the second one, and then Rolling Shield on the third one. So let's see how this is done. Alright, so you'll come up here. And you'll fight the dog first. Since you're coming into this fight with full health, pretty much guaranteed, you should be able to Hadouken it, hopefully. And just practice that and keep getting better at it. And then, same situation here. And then this last boss is where we're going to have to use that Rolling Shield, because that's the only thing which will actually do the damage. So just keep jumping up and attacking the head pretty much. Alright, and that's Megaman X 100% complete. You should know that you got 100% because that's the only way you can get the Hadouken power up. So I hope you found this useful, and I should have more content coming out like it soon. If you enjoyed this video, then the subscription is always appreciated, and thank you for watching.